Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Brant, and I'm ready to talk to you about only good comics. This time, we're going to talk about a book that just came out this past week, which is Adventures of Superman, Jon Kent, issue number 1, written by Tom Taylor with art by Clayton Henry and colors by Jordie, Bellaire, letters by Wes Abbout. So, this is obviously DC Comics. And this is the new volume, the new chapter in Jon Kent's life. Now, same writer from the previous series, but this first issue is the road to injustice. And we have known this for a couple weeks now, that Jon Kent was going to cross over with the world of injustice. And Jon Kent has history with Ultraman, so we're wrapping in all of that together and the multiverse and all this other stuff into this story, and this is the first leg of that journey into the multiverse and into injustice, which Tom Taylor also wrote. So a lot of history there, a lot of kind of material that you can delve into as this book continues. But as far as this issue, there was a lot hinging on this because the previous volume started off strong. I know a lot of people that I know at least fell off of it, including myself, and I was looking for this one to do what that one didn't for me, which was capture me and gain my interest back in this character's story. And the announcement before this book came out that it was going to tie into Injustice was an immediate, oh, I gotta check this out. I gotta see what's going on, because I do love the world of Injustice. I played the games, I read the books, and it's a cool and interesting world, and a different take on the Justice League and Superman and all that stuff. So to see Jon Kent kind of face that side of what happened in that world eventually could be very interesting. So in this issue, we start off kind of quiet. Actually, when it starts off, we see Ultraman right away, so we know Ultraman's going to be involved in the story immediately. Even if you didn't know anything about the story or the past and any of that, you knew that Ultraman was going to be involved. He's killing a Superman, and that's how the book opens. And we learn that he's killing Clark Kent's, Kal-El's across the multiverse, and kind of basically just trying to get rid of all the competition, I guess, is what it boils down to. So in this book, Jon Kent is kind of going about his everyday life. He's no longer in the public eye because nobody remembers that he's Superman, or the son of Superman. But you know, his boyfriend Jay, I guess I don't want to put a label on it, but they're together, and he can't show his face. So it's kind of an interesting flip on their whole relationship. So now Superman can walk around as Jon Kent and not be mobbed by press and by people. But we see Jay Nakamura with like all this heavy coat and like a sunglasses and all this stuff bundled up, and it's kind of funny to see them, and their interaction was better than we had gotten previously. So I thought, that was really well. We still didn't see them together a whole lot because Jon, of course, had to rush off and save the day again because something was going on. So yeah, that's kind of how we started. And then first with the Ultraman stuff, and then we slow it down with Jon, and then we put him right into the action. And who is there to help Jon in this particular crisis? Val-Zod. And so he gets acquainted with him. He gets told what's going on with Ultraman and everything, and then he's like, I've got history with Ultraman. He kind of did some really bad crap to me, cost me my childhood, all that stuff. So there's that connection. And now Jon Kent, because Superman is off-world or doing something else, and Val-Zod waited until he had left because he knew he would just get killed too. But he knew that maybe Jon Kent could help him instead. So we'll see how that goes. But whatever the case may be, Jon Kent and Val-Zod teaming up to take on Ultraman as Ultraman is flying through the multiverse, killing Kal-El's. And that's kind of our jumping on point to this whole injustice thing. So obviously this jaunt through the multiverse is going to eventually take them to the world of injustice, and it's going to be interesting to see Ultraman and Jon Kent and Val-Zod all interacting with the characters from that world, and you know, what kind of impact that has on the greater multiverse if it goes there. So I thought this was a really solid start. It got me interested in the story, it got me interested in the journey. You have that, again, you have that history, and the whole reason Jon Kent got aged up was because of Ultraman. So it's kind of a two-pronged thing. It's like you feel for the character and what he went through, but at the same time, as a fan, you're like, they kind of, you know, ripped this whole part of his life away from our experience. So it's like this whole thing where we're geared to hate Ultraman, right? Which is, you know, if you don't know Ultraman, there's a whole world, I forget which Earth it is, but and I forget what their, is it the Crime Syndicate, I believe is what they were called. But anyway, they were like an evil Justice League, and Ultraman is a Kryptonian, and he's basically that world's Superman, and they decided they are going to rule and create their utopia, but it's in their image and everybody else's underlings underneath them. So very similar to what Superman did in Injustice. So that's, you know, interesting way that goes there. So a lot of threads to pull in this story going forward, and it could be really fun. It could be really interesting. So, and throwing us right into the action and letting us do that. But I just hope we slow down and get some of those character beats like we got in this issue, because we did get those in this issue. And if we continue to get those and the strong character work and the strong action and the interesting story of him in the multiverse and dealing with the Injustice characters and world, I think this could be a really strong series for Jon, and just a really good book in general. So hopefully that's what we get. There's not a whole lot of detours and everything, but I thought this particular issue was really strong. And again, it hit all the notes. It did what it was supposed to do. It got me wanting to pick up that next issue and see where this journey takes me. So that's my takeaway from Adventures of Superman Jon Kent issue number 1. And if you liked it, let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss a single video that goes up on this channel. And you can also follow me across social media at Only Good Comics. So join me next time for another video as we talk about Only Good Comics. Till then, take care. Bye.